All right, Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth, and double salutations to our Akim out there laboring, the house of David, the elect, that's pushing his word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers, and shalom to the elect. I'm back with another quick lesson through the Holy Spirit, the Rakakwadash. All of the destruction, chaos, and confusion that's all over the planet has been engineered by the elites of Esau. Okay? Really is the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, but he's using the left hand, to fulfill his role in prophecy. All right, let's get that in Psalm 17 real quick. All right, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 17, and verse 6. It says, I have called upon thee, for thou wilt hear me, O power, incline thy ear unto me, and hear my speech. Show thy marvelous loving kindness, O thou that savest them by thy right hand. And the right hand represents Yahweh Shai. O thou that savest by thy right hand them which put their trust in thee from those that rise up against them. You see that? And the Lord is going to deliver us out of the hand of the wicked, pursuant to Psalms 97 and verse 10. Verse 8, it says, keep me as the apple of thy eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wings. All right, the Lord's protection, his covering. Verse 9, it says, from the wicked that oppress me, from my deadly enemies who compass me about. They are enclosed in their own fat, with their mouth they speak proudly. They have now compassed us in our steps. They have set their eyes bowing down to the earth, so because pretty much right now, pursuing to Job, the 20th chapter, we're definitely at the fullness of this devil's, sufficiency. We're at the height of his enterprise, his power. Okay. It says, verse 12, Psalm 17 and 12, it says, like as a lion that is greedy of his prey, and as it were a young lion lurking in secret places. The point, verse 13, Psalm 17 and 13, it says, arise, O Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, disappoint him, cast him down. And who's him? Esau, Edom. Arise, O Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. You see that? So Esau would represent the wicked, the sword of the Most High, the left hand. You see the point. Verse 14, it says, from men which are thy hand. You see that? So Esau, the wicked, would be the left hand of the Most High. All right, the sword. From men which are thy hand, O Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, from men of the world, which have their portion of this life. All right, because we're in Esau's heaven, and we're in our hell. Right now he's in power. Okay, which have their portion in this life, whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasure. And Jake, you Israelites, will represent the hid treasure. Pursuing the Psalms, 83, how these nations conspired to hide our heritage, our identity of who we truly are as the sons of God, the Israelites, whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasure. They are full of children and leave the rest of their substance to their babes, going back into generational wealth, inheritance, things of that nature. But the point going back here, in this picture here with Biden, I had heard the rumors online. They said that this picture came out on social media right after that helicopter crash that had that Nigerian family, that some banking family or something like that. It was like a banking family that died in a recent helicopter crash, like right during the time of the so-called Super Bowl. And then they posted this, man. So pretty much he's just letting you know that he's the devil. And we already know what team this guy plays for. He said that he was a Zionist, right? Back in October 2023. The headline it reads here from Reuters, it says, I am a Zionist. How Joe Biden's lifelong bond with Israel shapes war policy. All right. So we know who he stands with. All right. He's under orders. He's just nothing but a puppet for the elite. All right. To fulfill their agendas. But it says here, just reading a little bit real quick, it says Washington, October 21st, when Joe Biden met with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, his war cabinet during his visit to Israel, the U.S. president assured them, quote, I don't believe you have to be a J to be a Zionist. I am a Zionist. All right. So we already know who he stands for. And it don't really matter who's in office, man. It could be Biden, Trump, whosoever. All right. All of them are mere puppets for the elite, man. All right. To fulfill their agendas, their orders, man. You see that? So anyway, going back to the point, you know, all of this destruction, these so-called crises, all right, they're all engineered. All right, let's make that point here. This is from the article, the news post, VigilanteNews.com. The title here, it reads, Cash in Envelopes, How the U.S. and UN are Funding the Border Crisis. You see that? Esau, these devils have their hand in absolutely everything. All right, so when I saw this, you know, us in the know, we're not surprised at all. All right, Esau's always funding some war, funding some crisis. Hey, as the term that they have in the world, you know, they said they can't allow a good crisis to go to waste. See that? So it says cash in envelopes, how the U.S. and the UN are funding the border crisis. All right. Are you surprised? No. It says the Biden administration gave the UN Migration Agency nearly $1.3 billion in 2023, which it uses to help migrants on their journey to enter the U.S. illegally. All right. This is interesting. Okay. Reading on here. It says the United States is bankrolling its own invasion. See? The United States is bankrolling its own invasion by funding the United Nations and its partners, which in turn give hundreds of millions of dollars in cash to aid migrants who eventually cross the U.S. southern border illegally. While the UN has aided migrants for decades, the scope of its operation has dramatically expanded as the number of illegal immigrants from at least 160 countries into the United States has surged. All right, so there's a surge of immigration, right? But it's coming out that a lot of these immigrants or refugees, so-called, are really war-ready men. Okay, you know, pretty much as the lesson I went into going into the sleeper cells. You know, from all these various nations are here, and they're setting it, and the elites are setting these soldiers up to bring forth some type of judgment. Something's about to happen, man. As I keep going into these lessons, all right, something is brewing. Matter of fact, let's play that clip again. All right.
So let's talk about the border issue and why they won't close the borders, why they're letting millions of people flood in from other countries. Now, they're telling you, the media is telling you that these are refugees from other countries, fleeing oppression and war. But the weird thing is, the majority of the people coming are males and military-aged males. Now, I don't know if you know who James O'Keefe is. He used to be owner and CEO of Project Veritas, and then he had to step down because they pressured his investors to the point of cutting off his funding. So he started something different called O'Keefe Media. But he has traced from multiple countries, especially China and places like that. And they're using Greyhound buses. They've taken over entire hotels, bus stations, just to ship these people here to the U.S. and give them a route to come. All of them have prepaid cell phones. All of them have debit cards that they can use to survive on, to eat, to do whatever they like. And when they're asked, what are these things for? What are you doing here? We're just waiting on a signal. We're just waiting to be told what to do.
You will know who I am, but you are really not smart enough to know who I am. But soon you're gonna know who I am. Very good.
Boom. All right. That's those sleeper cells that I was going into, but it's all being funded, man. All right. The elite are funding the destruction of America, Babylon. All right. Right before your eyes. You see that? And that all contributes to what I brought out before what they call a polycrisis. All right. So you're going to have multiple crises that are taking place around the planet on every side. All right. All to bring pretty much, this current infrastructure to its knees so they can usher in their new vision. All right. Their new economic order, if you will. But here it says in the headline, globalist polycrisis of doom is of their own making. You see that? Same article here. All right. From Blacklisted News. All right. Globalist polycrisis of doom is of their own making. It's all engineered by these devils, man. All right. Through Yahweh Shem Shah. I just want to jump down here. Okay. So it says, only a few years ago, it was widely recognized that by nearly every measure, global life outcomes were all improving. Suddenly, we're all hunted by specters of conquest, war, famine, and death. All right. And the Lord said he was going to send these plagues on the earth. All right. Death, famine, pestilence. You see, it says from the cost of living, energy, and food crisis to the threat of a widening international conflict, a climate disaster, and now global financial collapse. We seem to be gripped by a global polycrisis. If there is a polycrisis, it is entirely man-made. See that? This is all set up. All right, to bring the destruction of Babylon, man. All right, and as the Lord said, those sorrows were going to come on every side. Let's get that too. This is 2 Ezra 16:37. It says, behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. All right. And look what Yahweh Shem Shah is doing as far as the prophecies are concerned. All right. The Lord is accelerating everything. All right. For the sake of the elect. This is how you know that the destruction is near and also salvation. Okay. Yahweh Shem Shah is on his way back. Verse 38. It says, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains can pass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment, as we can see. All right. Verse 39, it says, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. And that's going back to that polycrisis, man. Sorrows are going to come upon this world on every side, and we're seeing that happen right now. But it's all being engineered. Okay. It says, I just want to read this. It says the alleged polycrisis, the world's economy and its society were not thrown into disarray by a demic disease, but rather by global policy, by the global policy response to an alleged demic disease. Similarly, the war in Ukraine isn't causing a complete realignment of the international monetary and financial system. The quote regionalization of supply chains and energy crisis, or giving rise to a multipolar world order. Once again, it is the quote sanctions and the geopolitical policy response to the war that is throwing the planet and all of us into deeper turmoil. See? All right? And I'll post this, man. Just wanted to make that point so you get what's happening here. All right? All of it's orchestrated, all of it's been engineered. All right, by these international bankers, man. All right, but back to this article here. All right, going into the border crisis being funded. All right, which we're not surprised to hear that. Reading on here, it says the expansion has been fueled by more than $1 billion in funding from the U.S. government to the UN and other agencies assisting migrants, according to a government spending database. Quote, we're actually funding our own border crisis, Todd Bensman, senior national security fellow at the Center of Immigration Studies, a quote, pro-immigrant, low immigration think tank, told the Epoch Times. It says, and it's provided by ultimately the United States taxpayer. Yeah, so all that money, all the so-called taxpayer money is going to fund this border crisis. It's funding the war in Ukraine. It's funding, those small hats over there in Israel with the Gaza situation. That's where all the people's money is going, man. To the weaponry, all right, that's being distributed to NATO and Ukraine and all of that. You see this war? Okay, so, hey, Once again, they show you every day that, you know, that this man is the Bible, that that this man is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. It's the wicked, right? Micah 2:1, it says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds, right? And this devising of iniquity is going back to that polycrisis, which is all man-made and, engineered, all right, to bring the destruction of this place, man, of the world, really, right? Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hands, right? Because Esau is in the power seat. Job 9:24, right? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right. So this is all the engineered, this is all the engineered crisis here. And the Lord said in Isaiah 19, let me get that. This is Isaiah 19:4. It says, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah of hosts, right? Let's read that in NLT. See what that says. All right. It's Isaiah 19:4 NLT. It says, I will hand Egypt over to a hard, cruel master. A fierce king shall rule them, says the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah of heaven's armies. Right. So pretty much, because even we understand that this has all being done by Yahweh Shema Shah. But like I said, he's using, the left hand, the sword, Esau, all right, to bring forth this famine, all right, this financial squeeze, to take away all the resources from the people, to bring in this technocracy, and pretty much, as you see, the WHO, the WEF, United Nations, these pretty much are the standing world powers right here. You see that? These are the organizations, if you will, that pretty much run the world right now. Right? But anyway, all right, that's all I wanted to get from that article here. All right. But I do want to get this too, because we were speaking about this at camp, just to show you how close we are to this M0TB system. All right, this came out yesterday. It's from the Wall Street Journal. We're that close. So it says, the future of everything. Forget your passwords. Forget passwords and badges. And badges. Your body is your next security key. See that? So all these talks of biometrics, technology that's going to go in the body, which is all leading to the CHIP. It says biometric scanning and AI advances mean security systems could use traits from your gait to your gaze to unlock your company's building and systems, right? So once again, this is all, conditioning everybody, for that implantable device. You see that? Your body is the next security key. Okay? So I got to subscribe, but I just want to read this, what we can see here. So it says, instead of posing for a photo and setting up passwords in the future, a new employee might spend a few minutes supplying biometric information, face scan, gait analyze, spoken phrase recorded, and voila, your body becomes your security key. See? Biometrics experts envision a seamless experience. Quote, as soon as you arrive at the parking lot, your geolocation is fed into a system from the phone that has been given to you. And as it says, as soon as you come through the front door, facial recognition could open the door and could also unlock your computer, says Mohammed, whatever his name is, man. So we understand where this is headed. All right. It's right here in your face. One step closer, man. Right. And I did a lesson going into, or posted this video here saying that many will take the M0TB charagma for convenience. And how spiritual is this, right? Because as we enter into this next phase, we hear where your body is the, as I say, security key, right? Here's another article here to add in there, because this is the world to come. See that? And it says this, your face is your ticket, a creepy convenience. See that? So all of this technology, this M0TB, this facial recognition, face scans, all right, this is all being presented to the public as a form of convenience. All right, this is how society is advancing. You see? Just going to read this too. Okay, there's nothing there to read, but it says facial recognition, right? It says facial recognition express lanes come to airports, stadiums, and trade shows, man. So there you have it, man. I mean, how much more? How much more do you need, man? Right? Let's see. Let's add on to that real quick, man. All right, it said a creepy convenience, man. Where's that last article at? Yeah, man. Yeah, it's right here, man. So anyway, let's just grab a quick scripture and wrap this up. Let's go to Revelation 13. Because we all understand where this thing is headed to, man. Revelation 13. Straight to the point. Revelation 13 and 16, it says, and he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right. That word mark goes back to the Greek word charagma. Okay. All right. Stamp and printed mark. The mark branded upon horses, thing carved, sculpture, graven work. All right. So this thing is going to be carved into the body. All right. That M0TB, that C-hip. And that's how you're going to be able to buy and sell in this man's new system that he's about to push. All right. So like they say, the proof is in the pudding, man. All right. Revelation 13 and 17. And no man might buy or sell save he that have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Right. So remember, this video that came out, NBC, your wallet was going to be replaced with the C-hip, man. Your keys, wallet, cell phone, all that, man. But that's the convenience that they're presenting to the public. All right. So we right there, man. You see that, man? So that's pretty much the point, man. It's all set up. It's all engineered by the elites of Esau, So this thing is going to get, serious, man. It's about to get real serious in these times to come. So pray this quick lesson was edifying, man. Just wanted to put that out there. I'm going to close it out by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Shalom to the next one. Shalom.